So now since we have got a hang of how the environment is working, let's start with the random exploration. Okay, so in random exploration we need to perform simulations. Okay, so we will define a function called explore randomly. Okay, this will basically take our environment, number of iterations it needs. By default let's keep it 1000. Okay, and it will return us a result. So result would be basically list of int comma int. What does this mean? So basically, actually let's not make it, let's make it a tuple, so that way it will be better. Okay, so it will return a tuple. First integer will contain the ID, arm ID, and the second one will contain the reward, okay, grown over the time. So basically we will have list like this. Okay, now let's start. So initially we will assign all the rewards as 0 times and times environment dot total arms. Okay, so for each arm initial reward is 0. Now for I in range iterations, so we will start iterating in this range and see. Okay, now we will pick an arm ID randomly, totally random. Okay, so arm ID equal to so we have n number of, we can use random dot, actually it's giving me the right suggestion, random integer from 0 till environment dot total arms. Okay, and let me remove this, so we'll go line by line. So what this means is that out of 0 to 780 pick any arm at a random random way. Okay, and once it picks it up, then we can actually compute the rewards and all. And one more thing is that we want to make sure that all arms are visited. So we will we can actually do a while loop to see if the arms are visited or not. Okay, so we have picked the arm. Now let's get the reward. So reward would be environment dot compute reward, and then we'll pass in the arm ID. So now this will give us a reward. Okay, and let's not make it reward, make it current reward. Okay, now we need to update existing rewards. So initially our rewards is all 0, so we will do reward of I not I actually arm underscore ID equal to plus equal to, and it's I think rewards and not reward, current reward. Okay, and this we will keep on updating for n number of iterations, and finally once this is done, then we will have a results array which will be empty, and then we will add it. But I hope you got the idea. So the thing is, we are picking a random arm ID. Let's say it picks 780. Okay, so for 780, once we pick 780, then we will calculate the reward with this based on the function that we written here. So random probability, if this probability is getting random probability, then it is 0, I mean 1, otherwise 0. So then let's say if the reward is 1, then what it will do is it will add it to the current reward. Okay, so rewards of 0 would be 1. However, on because we want to make sure that we take in consideration the averaging factor also, so visits, we'll have to initialize another array called environment. So what this will track is how many times one specific arm is visited. Like let's say in the next iteration also the same 780 comes up, so we will have it visited twice, right? So we will add the reward of the previous one, but we also need to average it up. Okay, so what we will do is instead of writing it like this, let me write it in more concise way. Rewards of arm underscore ID plus current reward divided by visits of arm ID, and actually before doing that, let's update this. Visits of arm ID plus equal to 1, so we include the visit, and then because otherwise it will be division by 0, right? So this will make sure that we average it over the time. So let's say if it is visited twice, it will basically do, like let's say first time the reward was 1, second time the reward was 0, third time, so it will be basically by 2, third time it is 1 plus 0, 1 by 2, so 0.5, and again this time it was again 1, so it will be +1 divided by 3 because the visits have been updated, and so on. So we will have an average of previous rewards, and that's how the random policy works. I hope you got the idea. And then once we have this, so we'll do for index comma reward in enumerate rewards. Okay, I hope you know what enumerate does. Basically, like let's say if I have 1 2 3 like that, so it will create index and the element 0 1 1 2 and then 2 3, something like this. Okay, I hope you know how it works, but here is an example just in case you don't. So we are just going index, so 0 would be index, reward would be the element. In our case it would be this thing. Okay, so yeah, and I guess it's better. Oh yeah, I think that makes sense. So rewards of this enumerate reward, so the 0 in our case would be the first item, which is the arm ID. Okay, so what we will do is results dot append, we will put index comma reward, and this is the result, and then we will return it at the end. Okay, so this is random, exploring randomly. Okay, I hope you got the idea, and let me run it to show you what exactly it does. And let me add a code block here. So here we will create an environment, so environment equal to environment of data. I guess data we already have it here, this one, right? We don't need these things here, and I guess other processing we are anyways doing here. So yeah, environment of data, and let's run this if we see any errors. Okay, this is done, and then we will do results equal to explore randomly environment 100. Okay, and then for result in results print result. Okay, just to show you how this is working. So you can see that the first arm ID 0 has 0 reward, and so on, it keeps on going. For 5 we have something like this, for 4 we have a solid 1, for 10 we have 0.33, and like this it will keep on. And I guess if I increase the iterations, it will have even more granularity. So now you can see most of these are non-zeros, meaning that most of them are explored. So this is how you do random exploration. I hope you got the idea. The thing is, for every exploration we consider the previous rewards, and then we keep on adding up to get a valid value probability, and then accordingly we pick it very randomly. Okay.